Some days my spirit is in a state of such tremendous joy that I feel like I'm already tasting a glimpse of paradise, and the rest of me in this world is just playing catch up. And then other days, not even close. It's a dilemma what I'm still doing here. Gross matter. Seemingly very gross. I say that, but most times it's surprisingly beautiful. At least I've learned to see it that way. But other times, it's dark and gloomy. But really, it's no one's fault but mine. Just enough drama to remind me that I don't belong here. So I often wonder, how did I come to be here for this long? Just coming and going and going and coming. I contemplate the distance from home, how far I've traveled, and it really scares me. I think of the bliss of eternity, and it again pulls me like a magnet, drawing me towards my goal. Voluntarily, I submit. Sometimes forcefully pulled by the ears, but always lovingly cared for. Either way, I'm tied to this longing for greater heights, bound by this yearning for luminous isles. It won't leave me. How long must I be here for? How much time do I have left? Am I trending in the right direction? What must I do to get back? I watch documentaries, I see the latest movies, I search in spiritual books, I ask my helpers in my sleep, I seek answers in my dreams. Even in my quiet moment of meditation, my silence speaks. I want to know everything I seek. I need to know. I mean, my guides must be so tired of me by now. But it looks like finally I might hit a winning streak. So last night, I started making plans. I said, I'm going to bed early, preparing my body for a restful sleep, preparing my soul to travel. But where am I going to go? I don't know. But I'm up for the surprise. So I close my eyes and I say my prayers. And then I speak to my guide. With all the seriousness my soul could muster, I said, I'm begging you at this point, girl. I need answers. Give me something, show me something that even my mind can't comprehend, that I'll wake up and I can never forget. She can tell that tonight I mean business. It's full moon and the earth is nearly quiet. Relax yourself, Sylvia. There's no need to be so serious. Now close your eyes and drift off to sleep. What was the question again? Even I couldn't remember. Everything from then on was magic. This was my Easter magic. I didn't even have to ask any more questions. I saw. When you ask to experience love, how do you suppose it will come to you? You imagine a warm, fuzzy feeling of receiving love and kindness. But no, sweetheart, today you're going to give it. Suddenly, I find myself in this dark alleyway. Dense fog everywhere, dark clouds in the skies, regions I cannot begin to describe. The fog clears a little, and all I see is little huts, cages, cells, thousands and thousands of dingy huts and wired cages, iron bars held fast, souls chained and bound in shackles, pressed against the small gate, faces full of fear and despair. Oh, who will help them get out of there? They scream in pain and agony. They call out with stretched hands for someone, anyone. And there I am, standing there in front of the cages, my heart sinking, my eyes welling up in tears, my feet trembling. Several emotions run through my veins: fear, despair, agony, anger. Why are they being held down there? Who is doing this to them? I rush to the gates to let them out, my hands shaking them hard enough, hoping that the gates will open. But the gates remain locked. I feel her standing next to me, and without words, she says, "How will you free these souls. They are pleading for your help. What will you do? In that moment, I felt helpless, my ego doing what it knows best, still wanting to manually open the gates by force. She looked at me lovingly. You're going to need more than your hands, more than your ego. You're going to need to send love. Send love. I turned to look at her and asked her, how? How am I going to send love? Please help me. I need to help them. Again, I hear the words, send love. The love that is within you. Send love. But how am I going to do it? I looked helplessly about the place. I see souls looking at me helplessly. Please help us. Help us. Look within yourself and send love. It took about a minute or so, and then suddenly my demeanor changed. I went from fear to confusion and eventually to humility. My knees buckled, and like a child, I knelt down in front of the cages, weeping. I called on the love of our Creator to please send help, to send love to liberate these souls trapped in dark places. I still say it's the most genuine prayer I've ever said in my life. I saw love. I saw love literally flow from my being into those cages, and within split seconds, just like magic, the locks break, the chains fall, the cages open, souls flying out, happy, excited, running, sprinting, going through this gigantic gate that looked like it was in the skies. Thousands and thousands of souls. I hear myself saying, go, run, quickly, get out of here. Go through the gates now, all of you, run. I'm the only one standing there, not permitted to go through the gates. A few souls turn back and mouth the words, thank you, thank you, thank you. I felt it in my soul like the greatest thanks I've ever received. I realized how easy it was to just think of others in need and to have the burning desire to help them. She turned to me and she says, I told you, like I've always told you. If you forget everything, just remember this one thing, that love is the key that opens the gate. The love that you carry within you is so powerful that it is often wasted, sitting there, bubbling within you, not having a place to go. Send it out to all who need it. Only then can you get more love. For what you do for others, you in turn do for yourself. Send out love. Send out love. For love is the key that opens the gate. I felt the lightest I've ever felt in my life. Pure joy in every fiber of my being. Gratitude for such a magical experience, in awe of the lessons from just one night of sleep. Yes, at this point you can say, Sylvia, you're just dreaming. But I tell you, no reality could ever be this real. I wake up and the first thing I say is, love is the key that opens the gate. My spirit will never forget those words. So dear friends, it took a lot for me to share this with you. Intimate moments better left unsaid. But no, I decided it was best to share. In a relay race, someone must run the first leg if there's any hope to win. So this Easter, I'm passing the baton to you. Please send love. Like the very essence for which Easter is celebrated. Let love be the key that opens the gate for you and for those around you. Let the love of our Creator which is embedded in us. Let it flow out to reach all those who are stuck, bound, shackled, gagged. Do not only think of yourself and what you must eat or drink. Think of those who need you, who need your love and strength. And in doing so, more power will flow to you. Wherever you are at this time, whoever you are, seen or unseen, here or in the hereafter, I send you love this Easter.